2012 Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brent Chapman here. Here we are, it's middle of March and we're in South Georgia, and it looks like a beautiful day, and it is now finally, but there was frost on the cover this morning. Had a major cold front come through a couple days ago, and you know, this morning was probably the worst of it. I think it was like 38 degrees. We had frost on the cover, and these are Florida strain bass, so they don't like cold weather real well. And you know, so far this morning it's been a grind, but you know, it's amazing. You know, the way to approach something like this is, you know, this morning, you know, it's either, you know, some kind of flipping or some kind of reaction strike. Caught a few on a jerk bait early, and a few flipping like a stick worm type of deal, you know, just something real slow, and a few on a beaver. But now, as things start to warm up, these fish will get up underneath these mats, you know, especially those big ones. Such a great way to catch, you know, big fish. They like to, you know, get tight to cover because it's a, you know, bluebird kind of day, but they'll get up under the edges of these mats, and those mats will let off some heat. So those fish love to get in that warm mat, and then they'll sit right on that edge and ambush the prey. You know, there's a lot of bluegill in here and shiners and stuff. So you know, just I'm taking this big 1.25 ounce weight and just punching it right through the edge of that mat, and you know, we hope that it falls through one of these times and a big old bass eats it up. And the fishing's pretty tough, but we are on an amazing fishery. But as you can see, it has beautiful mats all along the shoreline here. But you know, a lot of people can get very intimidated and overwhelmed when it comes to this much cover. But what I always tell people is the thing to remember is, you know, these mats, they go 20 feet back here to the shoreline, so you could flip quite a ways back through there. But the thing to remember is bass are an edge species. They love edges, and as you can see, there's a good edge to this mat. But the other thing is, even if you concentrate on fishing the edges here, and that's what I'm doing, is there's irregularities along this edge. And as you can see, there's points and there's pockets. So, you know, there's typically, when you're going down an edge like this, there's going to be some patterns to it. The fish may be relating to the points, which will be out here in a little bit deeper water, or they may be back in the pockets that are up there in a little bit shallower water. So, you know, when you get to a big, what becomes overwhelming type of cover, break it down to make it a little more simpler, and typically you can put together a pattern. You know, focus on hitting the key parts of those edges, whether it's the points, the pockets, maybe an isolated piece, you know, something like that. Those are the places where those fish are going to hang out at, and you know, you're going to put some more fish in the boat when you figure out those. There's a little guy. You know, we made a quick change there. We'd been punching mats, and you know, finally, after fishing long enough, you realize, hey, maybe they're not under those mats. So we immediately pick up a crankbait and catch some fish. These fish, I think, there's little bars and stuff out here. I think they're just sitting out there suspended, and you know, they're probably moving up feeding. They just haven't got under the mats yet. So let's get another cast out there.